If you are one of the millions of Americans that are currently receiving Social Security benefits, or you plan on claiming benefits very soon, then you need to watch this entire video. Number one, the Social Security Administration just sent out some important letters. You need to know what's in it, and if you receive it, do not throw it away. The second thing is there are some major changes happening to the Social Security Administration right now, which are delaying some services. So I want to break that down as well. We're also seeing right now a lot of people are getting some fake messages or messages in error. You need to be aware of this as well, so that if you receive one, you actually contact the Social Security Administration and figure out if it's legit or not. So we're going to break all this down in just a moment, explain what is going on and how you could likely be impacted. So make sure you watch this entire video. But first, before I get into the update, all I ask is one thing. Takes 2 seconds. Go ahead, hit that like button if you enjoy these daily updates. And now, let's begin. So things are changing with the Social Security Administration. Many of these changes are actually concerning millions and millions of Americans, and you may be one of those people. But here's what's going on. First, let's get to some of the glitches. The first one says millions of Social Security recipients got erroneous messages that their payment stopped as computer systems keep glitching. One of the things that is happening right now, while the Department of Government Efficiency is making these cuts to multiple government agencies, the Social Security Administration being one of them, is we are now seeing glitches. We're seeing systems malfunction, we see errors, and this is creating problems because some of these errors are not just a quick fix where, okay, somebody sees it, they report it, it gets fixed. No, because now there's gaps where somebody that sees it, they report it, guess what? There's nobody there to fix it. So the reporting process does no good because it goes to nobody because that person has been let go. Okay? That is part of the issue. And I bring this up because there are some very important letters that have just been sent out by the Social Security Administration. These letters, okay, are going to dictate what your benefit is moving forward. Keep in mind, after April, so January, February, March, April, all the people, okay, every single person that receives benefits from the Social Security Administration would have received the cost of living adjustment. That may not get factored in though. So that's one thing that you need to look into. Here's the next. This says Social Security is sending millions of letters. Here's what they say and why it matters. I brought this up before. These letters are key. These are essential. Here's what the letters are about. It says the letters that beneficiaries have been receiving from the SSA relate to overpayments. So, if you have received an overpayment, you may owe the department money. Overpayments occur when the department sends out more money than the recipients are meant to receive, and this can happen due to a number of reasons. Some of those reasons include changes in monthly income that was not reported to the SSA or errors in benefit calculations. So, here's what you need to understand. Yes, changes in your monthly income matter. Okay, errors in benefit calculations matter. Changes in household size matters. Changes in your where you live, right? How much it costs to rent your apartment or to stay in your home, that matters. Okay, so if all these changes happen and you do not report that to the SSA, you could actually be, the problem is you could have received an overpayment. Whether it's for 1 month or 6 or the past 18 months, doesn't matter. What matters is the Social Security Administration figured it out and they're coming after that money. Here's the problem. As of March 27th, okay? As of March 27th, what happened was the Social Security Administration changed their ruling. So now instead of them being able to hold 10% of your monthly benefit, as of March 27th, they changed it to now it's up to 100% of your monthly benefit. So if you have overpayments of, let's say, $1,000, you have to pay back that $1,000. Let's say you get $2,000 a month from Social Security. Previously, that 10% max would have been $200 a month, which meant for 5 months you would pay just $200 and then your overpayment would be paid off. Now it's different. Now it's 100% of your monthly benefit. So if you get $2,000, they can technically withhold all $2,000. But if your overpayment is only $1,000, they would only withhold $1,000 this month, and then you would get the other $1,000. Yeah, this is going to hurt millions of Americans because there's a lot of people that have received overpayments. They're coming after you. Be prepared because, again, they are coming after this money. All right? That's the next thing. I want to give you an update, though. It says Social Security gives update on Doge cuts. This came out just this morning. I want to explain what's going on. First off, staffing changes. It says staffing cuts and changes. It says the Social Security offered one such update on what it called organizational restructuring, which has led to 12% reduction in its workforce. The agency announced in February that it would cut staff numbers from 57,000 to 50,000. Yeah, they are still making cuts. And according to multiple reports, they are not going to stop yet. Okay, they want to make sure Social Security is as efficient as possible. And one of the ways to make it more efficient is you reduce your workforce. You see where there's some gaps in service, and then you go and rehire. That's kind of what we've seen before. We see it with the IRS a little bit, where they let a bunch of people go. Then they realize, okay, we're missing kind of these key issues here. Let's bring a few of those people back, fill those gaps, and then see where we're at. It's kind of what they're doing with the Social Security Administration as well. Here's another issue. Phone waiting times. It says the SSA also announced changes to reporting on its telephone waiting times, saying the American people deserve the truth. Quote, "We recently replaced the previous administration's misleading average speed of answer data with what matters, honest real-time wait times for a callback, or if waiting on hold, it says more improvements are on the way." It says it comes as the agency prepares to end over-the-phone identification services in an effort to combat fraudulent benefit payments. From April 14th, many claimants will no longer have the option to verify their identity with the SSA over the phone, making claims or changing direct deposit information. It means that beneficiaries, including Social Security, disability insurance, Medicare, and supplemental security income, who cannot verify their identity using the SSA's online portal, will be required to travel to a field office to complete the process in person. This is part of the issue. There are more than 1,200 field offices across the country, but they are planning on closing multiple offices. Okay? So if you live near one of the offices that will be permanently closed, that is part of the problem. All right? So I want you to understand what's going on right now. There's a lot of issues regarding Social Security, but as I said, the plan is pretty simple. You make Social Security more efficient by reducing the workforce. And I know a lot of people are like, that's absolutely insane. But here's the issue. They need to come up with the money to make it more efficient, which means they need more money for IT. Okay, they need more money to ensure that they can implement some new strategies, some new technology into the system. So once this happens, and again, this is what's troubling, is all these people have been, and again, Social Security already has, they're struggling. They have a shortage of workers to begin with, and now it's even worse, where now the workforce went from 57,000 to 50,000. When you lay off 7,000 workers, there's going to be gaps in service. That's what we're seeing. And again, millions of Americans are frustrated. I talked about this before. I have a family member that was calling, try to get a hold of Social Security Administration, try to make an appointment with the local field office. Couldn't do it because they'd stay on hold with Social Security for like 15 to 20 minutes, and after so long, somebody would come on not a real person, but you'd hear a voice that sorry, all of our field agents are busy at this time. Please call back at another date, whatever, and it would hang up. So they'd have to call back. That's what we're going to get. Okay? So in order to become more efficient, we actually become less efficient to start, and then we start filling those holes to figure out where like that sweet spot is. Again, it's part of the problem, but this is a problem that we've had for many years. We've just never dealt with. So we'll see what happens moving forward. All I can tell you right now is if you are currently collecting Social Security and you don't get a letter for an overpayment and you don't see an erroneous message through your email, that's good. Okay? But if you are trying to claim benefits, if you get a letter from Social Security or you see an erroneous message, well, that's a problem, because then you will likely need to contact the Social Security Administration, which means you will likely be on the phone for several hours. So that's what we know as of today. But again, like I said, if you receive that letter of overpayments, do not throw it away. It has important information that you need to know to ensure that you are actually receiving your full benefit for this next month. So I will leave you with that, but if you have any questions whatsoever, please ask your questions down in the comment section below. Again, thank you guys for watching. Consider subscribing, and I'll see you guys on the next one.